Well, welcome to the world of fatality management. I'm Larry Bedore. I'm the commander of F.E.M.O.R.S, the Florida Emergency Mortuary Operations Response System. What you see behind me is the biennial drill that we do, the exercise, and here what you're seeing are mannequins, plastic body parts. So we're making believe that this is a real working morgue. But we're getting an opportunity to practice the response capability in the state of Florida. F.E.M.O.R.S is designed to help any medical examiner that has a surge in deaths due to an unforeseen event, whether it's hurricane, earthquake, terrorist event, building collapse, whatever it is. We have the team of forensic professionals that can come in, assist the medical examiner to get the bodies identified and back to their loved ones. The way we do this is actually through a 5-function approach. The first is we meet with the medical examiner to find out how does that medical examiner want to establish command and control. Who do they want to be in charge? How do they want the process to work? The physical steps involved begin with the field recovery of the remains, and we have a number of people that are trained in doing just that. They will record the location where the body is found. They will document with photography and GPS all of the tools available to us what is unique about where that body or human remains was found. The body is then brought into the morgue, and that's what you see here. This is the portable morgue that we can set up in a tent, in an auditorium, almost any facility where we have open floor space. And we can process and gather the post-mortem information on each of these bodies as it goes through the many stations involved. When the body first comes in, we go through triage, where we find out what needs to be done. If I have just a hand, then I know that I need to send it to my fingerprint station, but I don't need to send it to my dental station. And if I have a full body, I know that I've got to send it to all the stations. So there is a triage of how we assign the work in this morgue. So as the body progresses, it goes through the morgue and it hits the pathology station, the photography station, the personal effects station, where we capture all of the personal effects. It then goes to the fingerprint station. It goes to the odontology station, anthropology, and DNA. So there are a lot of different things like you see on TV with the CSI programs, where we are collecting this evidence, this anatomic information on who the victim is. Once we have that, we can put that data into a computer. Okay, so that in summary is all of the stations in the morgue. And what we do with the post-mortem information is we enter it into a database so that we can record all of this and have it available for recall. At the same time this is happening, we have families reporting missing persons. And that's done in the Victim Information Center, where we have funeral directors who are accustomed to dealing with grieving families. They can walk them through the process. They fill out actually a long questionnaire to find out what the height, weight, what is the doctor's name, what's the dentist's name, all of the things that are important in identifying an unidentified set of human remains. The next part of this process is the Morgue Identification Center, and that's where the medical legal investigators from the medical examiner's office come together to put together the two parts of the puzzle. They look at the ante-mortem information and say, I've got a body that has this tattoo. How many of my missing person reports have a tattoo? How many of those have a tattoo here? How many of those have a tattoo of exactly the same? So it's a process of whittling down and trying to find the right missing person to match up to the set of human remains we have in the morgue. So finally, when we get the identification accomplished, we notify the family selects a funeral home, and we are then able to release the body for its final disposition at the family's wishes. So that, in a nutshell, is the totality of what fatality management does, and that's really what you're seeing happening here today. So it's a constant cycle of training and exercise, training and exercise. So the interaction we've had with other divisions in the Department of Health has been really very good. Part of the drill today, for example, includes the behavioral health team of the state of Florida. They are coming in as part of the joint exercise to augment their people in learning how to deal with responders and their behavioral health needs, as well as the families that we serve, because we have families coming forward reporting their missing loved ones. So the behavioral health people get to see how we interact with those families. How can we mitigate the levels of grief they're going through, the various stages of grief? So we interact with other parts of the Department of Health system, the laboratory system and law enforcement and all of the elements that come together to really make a robust target capability in Florida. So we think we've come a long way, and we're very proud to have been a part of this evolution since 9/11.